So in case you haven't noticed, we're not in the dojo, we're not hanging out in the back of my truck, we're not out in the backyard, we are actually in Kyoshi's garage slash gym slash workshop slash storage container slash cigar lounge slash hiding spot from the wife and kids when everybody's going berserk. The project I'm working on today is a target stand that I made out of two 2x4s. It's super easy, super quick. I think it'll probably take me more time to set up the camera and stuff than to build these things. I could bang it out in about, I don't know, 10 minutes, I'd say, maybe 15. And if you're really new to some of the tools, maybe it'll take a half hour. But it's for the price of two 2x4s, which right now is absolutely insane. I just paid $8 for one 2x4. I was, whatever. But still, for two 2x4s, a hammer and nails, or a screw gun and some screws, or a nail gun. I use a framing nailer. I'll show you what I use. But it goes quick. And for a little bit of elbow grease and some do-it-yourself, you get a really cool stand. So I'll show you how I did it. I'll show you all the measurements, and I'll show you the finished product. All right? Let's get after it. What's up, warriors? This is Kyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training, here to share with you some warrior skills and drills that anyone can learn and everyone should know. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and thanks for stopping by. If you already follow us on social media and that's how you found your way over to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button, and YouTube will let you know when the next video drops, so you get all sorts of cool content from here as well. Alright, so for this project, you're going to need a saw, either a hammer and nails, or a screw gun, or a nail gun, a tape measure for marking your measurements, a speed square, I use that for straightening my lines where I know when to make my cuts, a pencil for marking, a hammer in case you need to tap something in, cup of coffee for boundless energy. I use the staple gun to staple my targets to the wood uprights. If you're going to use screws, go with the 2.5-inch coarse thread screws, or if you're going to use the nail gun, like I'm using a framing nailer with an air compressor. If you're going to use the nails, just use the 2.5, what is that, 2 3/8. I'm not focusing on that. All right, so that's your, and I said a pencil. I hope I said pencil, but you knew that already. All right, let's go. All right, so this is the finished product. And what I did was I took 2 8-foot-long 2x4s, and I stacked them one on top of the other, so when I cut them, the cuts will be exactly in the same spot. Remember that a saw blade will take off about 1/8 of an inch from, per cut. So if you have a bunch of 1/8-inch like subtractions that turn into sawdust, when you get to the end of your board, if you're cutting them one at a time or cutting all the small pieces first, one board will be longer than the other and your uprights won't match. So what you do is put one on top of the other, square them up. I'll show you how I do it. Put them down on the saw at the same time, mark them, make sure they're flat and even, and that way when you cut, you'll have identical pieces. This is symmetrical, so these two pieces are 2 feet long. The targets that I typically use are 19 inches wide. So what I did was I wanted my cross member, this piece here, to be 19 inches so that when I put my 2x4s in to the stand, one on each side, when I put my 2x4s in, I could tack my target right into them and staple right into them. So the first thing you really need to do before you start doing this is figure out which targets you use most frequently, or you're expecting to use most frequently, and make your cross members that length. So 2 feet for the legs. I use 19-inch cross members because I use 19-inch wide targets. These other pieces I cut down to 3.5 inches because a 2x4 is not actually 2 inches by 4 inches. It's actually 1.5 inches by 3.5. So these have to be 3.5 inches so that your 2x4 upright of your stand will fit right into place. Okay? Okay, so I have my 2 2x4s. I'm going to make sure that they're like even on the end. My first measurement is going to be for the legs, so that's 24 inches. Take my tape measure, go to 24 inches, make my mark, use my speed square. I put my pencil down on the mark. I slide the speed square to my pencil, and there's my mark. I make an X on the part that I'm not going to save. I'm not using that part. I put them even up against the gate of the saw. I bring it down, straighten it out. Even, measure twice, cut, once. So these are my two legs, 24 inches long. I said that my target is 19 inches wide, and I need the cross members to be the same length, or the same length as my target is wide. So for me, that's 19 inches. I make a mark on the 19. Cool trick. These, the top of the table of the saw is 3.5 inches high. So if your wood is kind of like teetering on the back over there, you take a 2x4, stand it on its side, and it'll be like an extra person holding it for you. Have my mark at 19 inches, double check, 19 inches, pencil on the mark, slide my speed square to my pencil. There's my line. I make sure the ends are even. Measure twice, cut once. All right, so these are my two cross members. We said that the part that's going to be the spacers and the holders between the cross members to hold up the uprights is 3.5 inches, right? So don't measure this, don't try to mark and mark. Make a mark, cut, make a mark, and cut. Again, to take into consideration for the 1/8 of an inch that you're going to be cutting off the blade, especially with these pieces that are going to be the holders. Otherwise, it's all going to go out of whack. 3.5 inches. Measure, make my mark. Speed square, keep it straight. So one of the reasons for this is if you're going to use a different type of saw, you follow your line. If you can use a chop saw or miter saw or compound saw, whatever. Sometimes when you drop the blade down to measure where you're about to cut, if you just have a mark, sometimes the saw doesn't touch where your mark was. So you put a line straight across, and as you start cutting, it'll make it easier for you to follow along. Again, make sure it's pressed up against the gate nice and tight, that the sides are straight and even. You want to keep them together so your marks and your cuts are all going to be the same. Some people will screw these things together. You can put a couple screws in it down the line to keep them together, and then take the screws out when you're ready to do it, your assembly. That's another way to do it. Yeah, measure, measure, measure. Two pieces, we need another 3.5. Measure 3.5. Make your mark. Make your line. Make sure the end is flush and even. Right there. Okay, so now our cuts are complete. We have our two 24-inch legs. We have our two 19-inch cross members, the same width as the target. And then we have four 3.5-inch blocks. The reason why we do that and cut them from the same board at the same time is so that at the end, your boards, your uprights, these are the things, the last two pieces that are left over are what you're going to put into the base of the stand to staple your targets to. So again, if you did one board at a time, you're probably going to wind up with one taller than the other. If you don't care, I don't care, but I like when it looks like, I try to make it look as little like an amateur did this as possible. So cut your wood together at the same time and they'll come out symmetrical. All right, so the next part, before we start nailing everything together, is going to be making sure that all of our marks are correct and our measurements are correct of where we're going to nail everything together. So again, before you start, here's your finished product, okay? So your legs are 24 inches. Your cross member will be the width of your targets. For me, it was 19 inches. So the first thing we're going to do is going to nail these cross members to the legs, okay? And you want them to be in the middle. So we're going to find the middle of 24, which is 12. And then what you got to do is you got to figure out that the 3.5 divided by 2, because you want to put the middle of the leg, you know, it's got to be in the middle of the board, right? So it's symmetrical. Doesn't matter which way you put the stand down, you put the legs in, and everything sits up just, you know, the same way. Makes it easier for you, makes it easier for somebody else using it. All right, so first things first, this is our leg, right? So we said 12 inches was the middle of the board, and we wanted our 2x4 to be centered on that. So we add 1 3/4, right? 1 1/2, 1 3/4. 1 3/4 would be 13 3/4. I put a mark there. And because we're working from the middle, you put it down on the other side too. 13 3/4. Now, I take this and I mark them. Now you could do this one of two ways. You could just follow that mark for where you know that you have to put your cross members outside of that. You could use a piece of 2x4 to wedge it in the middle or lean it up against the 2 marks you made and use that as your guide. Or you could measure another 1.5 inches in each direction. So if I did that, 13 3/4 brings us to, what, 15 1/4? 15 1/4, make a mark. 15 1/4 on the other side, make a mark. Speed square. And right there, right there. Okay? So now we lay those out. We know where our cross members need to go. Where'd it go? Okay. All right. So that's mark number 1. Okay, so now with our cross members, we want to find out the middle. So half of 19 is 9 1/2. So we put our mark. 3/4 more because 3/4 and 3/4 is 1.5 inches. We want this 1.5 inches to be right in the middle of that. So 9 1/2 plus 3/4 brings us to 10 1/4. Go in the opposite direction because it's going to be symmetrical. 10 1/4. 10 1/4. And there's our marks. So now we make sure those are nice and square, nice and even. Bring the pencil to my mark. Now, remember that this is going to go in the middle, right? This is has to sit in there. So the 2x4 has to go on each side of that. Because we're going to make it so that you can either use 2 uprights on the ends to staple your target to, or 1 upright in the middle, which you could attach some hooks to or mess with a little bit if you want to hang something from it, either a single target or if you're going to be shooting steel or something. So now, take a piece of scrap. That's where the leg is going to go. So 1.5 inches in, 1.5 in. That's where it's going to go. I'm actually going to use this as a template for how I set the other ones. And I'll show you what I mean by that. The next step is I'm going to turn on my compressor. Make sure my nail gun is loaded. And then we start nailing it together. Okay, so we know where to... Can you see this? Okay. We know where the center is. We made the marks for roughly where we want our cross members to go, right? So what I do is I just put a 2x4 in there because I don't want it super tight either. You want to be able to like put this in and out pretty easily. So it's okay if there's a little bit of play in there, a little bit of give. Take my nailer. One high, one low. One high, one low. I'm going to spin it around and do the same thing on the other side. You could use a screw too if you want to get really crazy with this. You could, some wood glue, but you're not making furniture, man. You're making something you're going to be shooting at, right? So don't go nuts. One high, one low. One high, one low. Okay. First cross member. I keep a hammer handy in case you got to tap something in place. But again, so this is going to be the upright that goes in and out. I'm going to put it in there. Again, not too tight. Put it in. If it rattles around a little bit, it's okay. One high, one low. Same thing on the other side. One high, one low. Now, remember I said that we made this mark to center our 2x4 that's going to go in the middle, right? So we take our other 2 pieces, put them in. Again, not too tight. If you want to like wiggle this a little bit or something, make sure that you got some play. 1, 2, 1, 2. And there's your target, all done. So if you're using screws, well, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. If you don't mess any up, you need 24 screws or nails. You could add more if you want. Here's one upright. Here's your other upright. Got a target and a stapler. That's it. Bang, 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 bang. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can put them down low. You can twist them however you want. I like the cardboard targets because I can, after I shoot it up, it still has some structural integrity to it, so I can either tape or staple paper targets, which are a lot cheaper, to these. And that is all she wrote. Real simple. Again, it would probably go way faster without me, gabbing the whole time and showing you and feel like I'm working with somebody over my shoulder or whatever. But that's how easy it is, and that's how fast it goes. All right? Cool. So again, the biggest part is the prep work. Making sure you have the tools and the equipment and the lumber and the screws or nails or whatever. Abraham Lincoln said, give me 6 hours to cut down a tree and I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe. And it's all about the prep work. So the more prep work you do, the easier your flow will be. If you're going to make a whole bunch of them, like I made 5 or 6 of them, and the first one was the most challenging because it was setting everything up. But then you take your measurements, you make your markings, mark all your boards at the same time, cut them all at the same time, nail them all at the same time, and it's like mass production, like one-man mass production. But it's easy. Anyone could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. And if you got questions, put it in the comment section below. Any questions you got about anything, of course, I love hearing from you guys. So if you like what I'm teaching and preaching, give me a thumbs up and like this video. If you're loving it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you gotta have it, make sure you hit that bell notification button, and YouTube will let you know when the next video drops. If you're really digging it and you gotta have more, you can find us on all social media platforms at 5 Elements Tactical. Well, that's all I got for now, warriors. So until our paths cross again, pray for the best, prepare for the rest. I'm Kyoshi Dave Herman with 5 Elements Tactical Training. Thanks for watching.